Top roping 5'8" and leading 5'6" and 5'7" to a few bolts doesn't look like much, but it took me a long time to get here. Some of you know that I have PTSD from a climbing accident back in 2015, in which I watched my partner free fall off the side of a cliff, and I was helpless to do anything. Only by a miracle she survived relatively unharmed, but that experience really messed me up mentally. I tried roped climbing a few times after that season, but I kept having terrible meltdowns, fear and panicking. There were times I cried on the side of a cliff while belaying, times I literally ran into the woods sobbing out of fear. I was a mess. I felt totally embarrassed and out of control doing a sport which had always brought me a sense of control and calmness. And now I was so shaky and scared that I became an unsafe partner. When I tried top roping in the gym a few years later in 2019, I couldn't stop constantly visualizing free falling to the ground and replaying the accident in my mind. I thought my partner would drop me. I thought my knot would come undone or something would fail. I couldn't think about anything else, and focusing on the climbing was impossible. My mind felt totally broken. I felt so much shame and disappointment in myself. And I also felt a grief for losing climbing, which I had loved and was so passionate about. Climbing had not only been my favorite way to explore the world, but also a moving meditation, something that always calmed my frantic and anxious mind. It had been my therapy, my escape, and it became a total nightmare. I've done a lot of actual therapy for this PTSD, but roping up this afternoon felt like the most therapeutic thing I've done so far. It's been 5 years since I've been on a rope, and truthfully, I never believed I would ever wear a harness and rope up again. The last year of bouldering has helped me gain strength and confidence in my ability to move and trust myself and my judgment and to feel competent again. I've been able to engage with climbing as a sport without the pressure to confront my very real fears of trusting myself up high and trusting someone else to hold my rope. So today I started out with top roping, and I just set a goal to get to a hold about 1/3 of the way up. And I did that 3 times and just going a little ways up, hanging on the rope and lowering. It was a big deal for me. I was very gentle with myself, and my partner was super supportive, which really helped. And it was actually bizarre how little nerves I felt. I mean, I really didn't feel any, which was kind of wild. And then I wanted to try just a little leading. I only went up a few times, 2 or 3 clips on a 5'6" and a 5'7". But laying back even that high up and waiting the rope and trusting my belayer and trusting the rope and trusting the harness and trusting the device to hold me and lower me safely actually felt good. And I felt very mellow. The fact that I didn't feel nerves almost felt like a miracle. Maybe time does heal all wounds. Because before, I really did believe I would never feel relaxed on a rope again, and today proved that thought to be wrong. Of course, I stayed well within my comfort zone since it was the first time, which I somewhat regret not pushing myself more. But I think for this time, the most important thing was to have a positive experience rather than trying to climb harder. And I did have a very positive experience. No negative thoughts, no catastrophic visualizations, just total trust and feeling relaxed and in the moment, which is the best way to experience climbing. I also belayed a bit, which was a little more nervy for me, but it was like riding a bike and my partner trusted me, so that was all good. And I could see myself getting more comfortable with that too. And as soon as we left the gym, I wanted to go back and do more. And all last night I was like, when can we go back? And I was feeling like bouldering is going to seem so boring now in comparison. But yeah, I think it was a really positive step, and I just wanted to share that with you. So thanks for listening.